Hello, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Or Wednesday, sorry, oh my gosh. Wednesday, May 27th. Here in Hazlet, New Jersey. I hope you're all well. Hope you enjoyed a nice weekend. Weather when it wasn't terrible out, raining out. It was actually hot, but excellent nonetheless. Maybe it felt a little more normal than it's been in a while. That's probably a good thing. As long as we're all staying safe. Thank you for being here today. I know we got a weird week this week because we were off Monday, so we've got a Wednesday, Friday schedule for our show, which means we got to wrap everything up today so we can get our script out and those clips recorded and sent to me by tomorrow, so we can make sure that our show gets uploaded in time for Friday morning. How are you guys doing? I feel like it's been forever since we chatted. Good morning, Jess. Hello. Haley's here. Good morning. I've got video segments from Jess, Nick, and Harrison. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashton is here. Hello, good morning. Hopefully we can get a rep from the sports guys. I know Ashley reached out yesterday. Her segment will be coming in later this afternoon or tomorrow. She's going to do something on the delivery today for the seniors. So that might need a little bit more time in the oven. Who's the anchor? That is a fantastic question and one that we need to decide upon. I reached out to Bruce. We chatted for a bit yesterday, back and forth, and he had requested to be the anchor next week. He did not know that we were not off on Tuesday anymore, so he thought that our schedule would have been pushed a little bit. Harrison, good morning. And so he said that worked better for him in his work schedule. So I'm hoping Morgan will join us this morning so we can find out if she would be willing to go next week with Mr. Willens. That way they can kind of co-do the show together. But that does leave us then for this week with a shrug. Oh, dear. Oh, excuse me. So hopefully we can find someone there. If not, we'll get a robot to do it. So I would say any volunteers, but there's only 4 people here in our chat. Although, Ashton, if you want to pitch in this week, we would love for you to be the anchor to our show. Yeah. Well, there we go. Awesome, Ashton. That's fantastic and wonderful. Thank you. And Haley, there we go. There's our answer. Oh no, where'd my mouse? There it is. Let's get to the Google Drive and throw it in the dock. Anchor. Ashton. Oh, Liam put it in the dock this time, so that's good. Sorry, I have not. I had it open on. Oh my God. When was the last time we met? Friday? Yeah, I had it open all day Friday. I didn't really glance at it over the weekend. Um, I was knee deep in the Spring Sports Award recognition video. Um, that took some time, but that's finished now. Thank goodness. Because those projects are always bears. Jess, I like that you put Allie question mark. But I guess not this week, and that's okay. I'm really proud that you took that on your own. All right, well, at least we've got... All right, so Liam's and Ashley's are the only ones that I don't have in possession yet. But if they're in the script or they're in the doc, we will presume that they're going to be finished in time, so we can write them into her script. I'm going to try... Actually, shoot, my phone's charging because I fell asleep on it last night. The only thing I want to make sure that we can promote a little bit is the sports awards. I'm going to see if I can email Coach D right now. He emailed me. Oh, not that. Wait. Oh, 6:51 a.m. Nope. I was asleep. We'll plug it in. Ashley's here. Hello. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Ashley, thank you for emailing yesterday in regards to the segment, If We Need More Time, obviously. Take a little more time. I'll be sitting down to do the edit Thursday evening, well, late afternoon, realistically. I try and get it done around 3, 4 o'clock. So if it comes in at any point in time, it's fine. The edit really doesn't take much more than maybe an hour. It would take 2 hours if I did lower thirds, but I got to scale back somewhere. Oh, now there's 6 people. Okay, cool. Cool. So we have our anchor for the week. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to see if I can find out about how we can promote this sports awards thing with Coach D, and then that's going to be the only thing that I'm going to add, but I'll put it in the doc. Like, I can write that story. Haley's already on it. Loving it. So those pictures are going to come in, like, obviously, if it's about the food and the delivery stuff for the seniors, like, is I don't know what Harrison just wrote. You know, I'm not even gonna. You're good, Ashley. I trust you. We're fine. I'm sure it'll be great. Oh my God. Why would anyone do that to their kid? I feel like that's so cruel. Morgan's here. Perfect. Just the person I needed to talk to. Morgan, Bruce had asked about doing the show. We talked about this a little bit last week. Nope, too late. Your name is Organ now. Forever and always. Organ Shaw. It seems that next week will suit his work schedule a lot better, given the turnaround time, because next week we also kind of get doubled up with a two day week for class. Since we go Friday, we'll be Tuesday, Thursday, which is a normal 2-day schedule, but he said that works better for his work schedule. So would you be able and willing to kind of co-anchor with him next week for our show? As we kind of approach really like almost the end of our run. And then the only thing that I really wanted to kind of bring up as a talking point for today, at least to start thinking about. Awesome, Morgan. Cool. I will let him know. We were going back and forth yesterday. He had 1 trillion questions about equipment and settings and stuff like that. So I was like, keep it simple, but I'll let you know what Morgan says. Perfect. My only discussion point or talking point for you guys today was, is there anything that you want to try and do for a final episode that you think would be special and meaningful? And if we know that Ashton's going to be our anchor this week, and next week we have Morgan and Bruce, that's going to take us to the last 2 weeks of school. And so that would also, in theory, right, next week's Tuesday, Thursday, then a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that would, in theory, give us, like, the last day of school would also be our show. So the 18th is the last day. That would be a B-day, and that would mean that our show could wrap up the school year if you wanted to do something for that. And I'm open to that looking like whatever you want it to look like. If we want to drop segments and just kind of do 10, 15, 30-second shout-outs, see you laters to friends and teachers, like that is totally cool, and we should start to just consider what that's going to look like. Because then we need a little bit less of a script. We don't necessarily need an anchor. We can kind of make it more of like a montage-esque of just kind of going from person to person. And I think that could be really cool. Oh yeah, I would say seniors, of course, but I would get everyone that's been actively involved this year. If we can even bring some people back that have kind of ghosted us, for lack of a better term. That are willing to kind of send in a 30-second clip or something, that'd be really cool as well. But I don't want to say like, hey, Harrison and Nick, you've been making segments all through this and you're not seniors, so you don't get time on the show. I think this should be more of and no disrespect, I think this should be a B-Day Rocket News send-off, not necessarily a senior-specific send-off. Because it hasn't just been the last few months that we've been doing it like this. It's the whole year everyone's been bringing content together and making a show. I think everyone deserves to get that send-off. So I would love to kind of open it up like that. And then and then as far as the script goes, Haley, I don't know what we would talk about as far as like the end of the year script, especially if we don't have segments. I don't know if we'd be introducing anything or talking about anything. I mean, hopefully by then we'll have a better idea of what our graduation now looks like, as we know that we've got a date set and it'll be in person, and that's really cool. But there's still no stipulations for that yet, so I'm sure by then we'll know. But maybe some last minute reminders. Oh, because it is. Oh, I'm in July already. Well, graduation is 3 weeks after the last day of school. So maybe there might not be information. I'm not sure. But I definitely think we should try and get everyone involved if possible. Aw. I was shocked. I really was. So trust me, that was my immediate thought, Harrison, was, oh, does this mean we can get the band back together and do this the right way? And after several emails and phone calls, um, I was told no, that we can't have students involved in, unfortunately, in that capacity. But I think right now they might be erring on the side of caution. If that changes, then of course, um, you guys will be the first to know. But that was my first question. So I hunted down everyone I could to try and ask. Um, and my understanding is that it is going to be structured a little bit differently as far as like who's involved. Like they're not sure if the band will be there to play, things like that. So like it once we figure out, or I guess we, not me, once they figure out and the state figures out some of these guidelines a little bit more specifically, then we'll know for sure. But I was told initially, as it stands right now, can't happen, unfortunately. Yeah, they jumped on it. They jumped on it. And so I found out a little bit earlier in the afternoon, and my my immediate question or just suggestion was, if you need to bring in, because they always bring in like an audio guy, you want to lock that down, because if every high school was told today that hey, graduation can happen, and they're all going to like get on it. So they hopefully they do. No, Harrison, don't fight. Don't fight. I mean, it's all. I think it's just all in the name of safety is really what everything's coming down to. And to be quite honest with you, I'm a little concerned personally, as far as like I'm hesitant to be in a crowd of that many people, just with everything going on. So like I'm not keen on that part of it. So there haven't been any discussions as to what it's going to look like. Um, as far as like even the video element, it might be scaled back, incredibly. We're not really sure yet. So it's great news. I'm kind of in the camp of, oh, that's really cool, but, and I'm going to leave it at the but, because I think there's a lot of questions that still need to be figured out and answered, not by us, but by the New Jersey State of Education and our Department of Education, and then from the governor. So like I'm gonna hold on hope that it's going to be as close to what it's always been in the past. Um, but I'm going to be understanding and open to the idea of, oh, they might need to make some changes in order to make this work properly, safely, and all that. And so, if that's the case, then cool. We'll take the good with the bad. The good thing is that we're having it, and the extra good thing for those of you that have voiced concern in years past, it sounds like it's definitely going to be outside. So, we got a rain date, which means they're not going to move it inside. So that's always good. Um, it's going to be filmed and streamed live in some capacity. Um, yeah, it's definitely going to be filmed. As far as like parents or students that don't want to go, I think that might be their option, right? Like if you're concerned about being around that many people, and your instinct is to say, I don't want to attend, or I don't want my kid to attend, or they don't want to go walk for graduation because they're concerned about getting sick, or they have health problems, like I think you'll be able to say, I'm not gonna do it. Well, and that's where you're probably hinting to some of the things that they're already thinking about, right? Like you might not be able to invite anyone other than, your immediate parents. Like maybe you can bring mom and or dad, but brothers and sisters, no. Grandma's like I no one knows yet. But like anticipate that. All right? Like that is a realistic possibility. So my advice to you and suggestion to you and to spread to all the seniors is be excited that it's happening, but you can't immediately then turn around and bitch and moan because it's not the way you want it to be. Because the other alternative is it just doesn't happen. So be grateful that it is and be understanding that it might not be exactly what it's been in the past or what you'd want it to be. It's still going to happen. It's just going to be a little different, and that needs to be okay. Because the script will flip immediately if it's like, oh, we gave the seniors graduation and then they just complained about it. Like that you do not want that to be the last lingering thought for the class of 2020. I think the indoor was, I thought it was three. I thought it was three indoors. It might have been two, but I'm pretty sure it was three. Either way, something to look forward to. Very cool. We'll see how it develops over the next few days. I was even told that there might be more information today. So we'll see if that happens or not. Yeah, that's kind of my take on it, Ashley, is like I think the best course of action for it would be to throw on the cap and gown, walk and get that diploma. You're not shaking anyone's hand at, this time. So like that picture is already off the table. And then, like leave. um Go kind of do it like you would for prom. Like, oh, let's make plans with my immediate circle of friends to get together and take pictures. And, we can go to your backyard. We can go to Deep Cut Garden. Like it's good. I feel like it might be something like that. Would be the best way to go about it. Because, everyone lingering on that football field for 40 minutes taking pictures, it scares the hell out of me health wise. So, if I have to be out on that field, I'll be the one in a hazmat suit. So, yeah, I mean, it'll come down soon. So, but still something that was really cool to see yesterday. So, hopefully, it shakes out in the best way for everybody. I'm going to move Bruce on the show to next week. Oh, I had a dance recital coming up. That's kind of sad. Okay. Bop, bop, bop. All right. Are there? Let's get that out of the way. Oh yeah, my email. All right. So it seems like does anyone have any contact with Kyle or Vinny? I feel like we've been missing them the last few classes. Which I guess the nice thing now is that graduation that far back, we can go right up to the 18th. I wonder when grades are going to be due. I can give a little extra time for a project. Yeah. No, I can't because I have to work. Okay. Sorry, just a little out loud thinking. Yeah, if anyone has heard from Vinny or Kyle or anyone, let me know. I'm curious if they're just like saying screw it at this point, which would hurt my heart because they've been awesome and fantastic all year. And then honestly, folks, I got nothing else on nothing else on the agenda for us to discuss or chat about today. It looks like we're on the right track for our show on Friday. I've got segments from Jess, Nick, and Harrison. Ashton's going to be our anchor today. We're going to wait on Ashley's segment later. Hopefully Liam has his as well. Although I do have his from last week, and I'm not sure if he just added it to the doc and wants us to play it. It just wasn't in there last time, so we didn't write it into the show. And then, I mean, I can always pull some TV One projects if we feel like we're going to be short on content. I have her today. I can ask today. Script is almost done. You so fast. Whoops, wrong hide. There we go. Cool. All right. Does anyone have anything else on their mind that they want to chat about, talk about, ask about, inquire about, query about, debate about, fight about, yell about, joke about, laugh about, walk about? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Script is done. Suck it, script. Getting right into the Twitter scoop or Hazlitt scoop. All right. Actually, before we part ways, Jess, do you want to give a little better description to Haley for the athletic segment? Because it changed a little bit, right? So we want to make sure that intro is accurate. Short show this week. That's okay. That's okay. I'm happy to have one. Haley, just let Vinny know that if sports guys aren't there, then weather wins and Tom Bertone wins. Because I'm sure he doesn't want that. Oh, Jess, you didn't need to go into the doc. I just meant, I guess you can. It doesn't really matter. I was going to say, you can just tell them in the chat and they can make the update, but I see you're in the doc. We didn't do this last week. Time. Do we want to put in there read the names of the top 10? I think, is that something we should add? Haley Morgan, what do you think? If so, I'm sure you have the email. I can always, that was sent to you, but I can forward it to you if you want. I don't know if that would be worthwhile putting in. I know if it were, you have it in your segment. Do you go through every name? I know if we were in studio, we would make sure that those names are mentioned. No, we don't have to do it separate. If you have it in there, then that's perfectly fine. It just came to me when I saw Jess in the doc, and Jess jumped up to the top 3, which is super awesome. And then I said, well, wait a minute, maybe we should say something about these people that kicked some butt. But if you got it in there and you go and you read the names, then we're good. Cool. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, you don't have to say like where they're going and what they're majoring. And I think that was nice to see, but we don't need it in there. Yeah, that's a lot. But cool. If you got the names in order, perfect. Perfect. Oy. All right, then. I think we're good on the day. Does anyone have any last questions? If not, we can wrap up a little early, so that way folks that are still working on stuff have a little extra time to take care of work for this class, other classes, and then Ashton, do you have any questions on shooting for your anchor position? The script is done, ready to go, so you've got that at the bottom of the doc. Just remember each time your name comes up, that is its own separate video. So if you've got 2 stories back to back, but your name isn't in there twice, you got to read those in one shot, just to make sure the edit's a little less jumpy. All right. Then I'm going to say, gang, we're in good shape. Let's call it on the day. On Friday, typical Friday class would be I'll have the show going, and we will probably start to throw in, I guess, episode 9. Script will be up in there. We know Bruce and Morgan will be our anchors, so we already know that going into next week, which is awesome. But we'll get that started on a Friday, so that way we can drop stuff in between then and Tuesday and be ready to go. Ashton, you wouldn't actually send the clips directly to me because odds are they're going to be too large to email. So the best way to do it is to just have them uploaded to Drive and then turn them in to our Google Classroom assignment post. So if you go to our broadcasting classroom and go to classwork, and then the morning show from home, episode 8, if you select that and go to turn in, you'll be able to select the clips from Drive, turn them in there. What that does is that puts them all in the same folder with the segments, and then I can download that folder and it takes everything, and it's super quick and convenient, as opposed to having to hunt and peck and download stuff individually. All right, but if you need to email me, yeah, feel free. All right, to reach out. Cool. All right, then we will reconvene Friday briefly for a recap of our show and just some light game planning for next week, and then we'll head into the weekend with a light load, I hope. So, thank you for being here today, everyone. As always, I'm so appreciative of you guys sticking with this class and continuing to press onward with it. Means a lot. And if we need anything between now and next class, feel free to reach out. I will be grinding with some work and grading and all that jazz and getting into some new projects with my TV classes. So needless to say, I'll be within eyeshot of my email. Reach out if you need to, and we'll talk soon. So until Friday, see you later. Bop.